Hey guys, and welcome to Environmental Coffee House. I am your host, Sandy Shellis, and it's been a while. Welcome. Let me just check that everything is good, going well with our page. Okay, I'm only on Facebook tomorrow, and let me pull up your stuff. I will tell you, I'm sorry. I have still not gotten rid of the bot, the Restream bot, or I didn't even use the Restream bot. So this chat bot, I can't get rid of it. It haunts me. Well, anyway, hi guys. How are you? How are you? So today I'm starting out with a question about, well, living. Where are we going to live with climate change? It's been a topic that has been on my mind for a while. Everywhere I go, we talk about this. We talk about, okay, where can we grow? What can we do? What's the best place to live? And there's a lot of differing opinions about this. So I had found a couple of things I wanted to talk about, and let me just say hi to everybody. And hi, Fiesta the gardener extraordinaire, and John Dean. Hi, Groot. I know Torstein is doing a show, and I felt really bad about it. You like the hat, right? Yeah, well, it was a gift from oh my gosh, Kirk. Well, anyway, we got a gift, and I certainly will. Absolutely, we will. Hi, Chris. How are you, sweetheart? All right, so let's just get into it. Hi, Rich Diana. Good. I'm really glad that I'm just on YouTube today. Facebook is too much. Plus, Facebook kind of annoys me. So we'll get going. We shall get going. So what started me on this was, well, basically a lot of this. I'm looking outside my house, and now this is the view from my living room, and nothing's being built. My neighbors have horses. It's really a nice view to look at, truthfully. So I already have my place. I guess I'm already in my place that I want to be, right? And hi, Veg. Yes. I am in my place. But another thing that makes me think about where we all are going to be is that I was camping, kind of semi-camping in the Finger Lakes at Bugs in a Jar Farm. And I had brought my brother there from Oregon. Let me see if do I have the picture of them? Let me see. No, that's not them. I don't think I have it. Anyway, it rained, and it's been torrentially raining. As all of you know, I've talked about my own wall in my basement, my own home, flooding, having holes in the walls, and it's all over New York. It's just been raining. It doesn't just rain, it torrentially rains. And most of this summer has been a rainy ass summer. Absolutely rainy, like unfriggin' real. And that's what gives you all the stuff on your garden, like powdery mildew. And, well, right now I'm dealing with aphids. I mean, yeah, it's normal. I suppose the aphids are normal, but they're gross. They're on my tomato plants on my deck, which means I can take them off and hose them off. But it's, where is it? Can we run? Can we go anywhere? The big thing in the news, as I was traveling a lot, seeing a lot of people, seeing family, was, and there's a new Facebook group about climate relocation, climate areas. So all these privileged people, really basically, that can do it, are looking for places to go. All right. They're looking for places to go. I wish I could, if I could, I should have picked it up on Facebook, because they're all talking about this. Now, I moved down here six years ago, and it wasn't really to escape climate change. It was to get the hell out of the city. And my STBX knew the whole area, and I thought, you know what, I'm ready for a change. Ready for a change. Hey, Scott Andrews, how are you, Scott? Maybe he knows what group I'm talking about. It's a Facebook group that is highlighting the places you can move for climate change. So I'm going to get started on this. I want to show you on Twitter what actually came up, and it came up in my feed, and I like this guy, Bo to the Fifth Column. He's okay. He's got a decent following. He's politically left, but he really has a very good frame of reference, a good frame of mind. Sorry, I'm uncomfortable. I like him. I like the guy. So here he is. He goes, well, what are your homestead plans? I'm warm. What are your homestead plans for climate change? And it was exactly what I'm thinking about. What are the homestead plans for climate change? And I know a lot of my followers, our followers on Environmental Coffee House, are where they want to be. So he says we're decently situated where he lives in Florida for many scenarios. It's impossible to plan for them all. Biggest, next spring, build a greenhouse and plant stuff. Now, this was the controversy. Plant stuff you'd find in Central America. When the temperature goes up, greenhouse comes down and the crops stay. Now, oh, by the way, really quickly, I must show you. I'm very spoiled. Everything is fine. It's fine. I'm spoiled. The hat. Thank you. I guess, what is it? Tchotchkes are us. People are nice to me. It feels good. But let's go back to Bo, because it did bring up a whole shitboat load of stuff. And people were saying, aren't you concerned about invasive species? Make sure to do some homework there. And of course you have to. He says Florida has a lot of rules. He won't even be able to get a lot of what he wants. So I don't know what he wants. So we just went further. And there was one guy that was really upset earlier. I wonder if I could find it. The tweet. Oh, here it is. This is exactly how you cause massive invasive species issues. Preppers, doesn't matter what color stripes they have, are an actual problem. And that was the one guy. That's what caught my eye. So people are talking about this. Same kind of plan here in the Pacific Northwest. As it is, we have a couple of citrus trees that are pretty well adapted already, okay? But will love the warmer temps ahead. Hugelkultur mounds are hopefully the answer for plants surviving water shortages. Now, I am all for that, permaculture, and for growing. I'm all for growing what's indigenous to your area, as Rick Larson teaches us on his permaculture channel, and what he's done with an amazing amount, a small lot. He's really done a lot of indigenous stuff, and it's wonderful. It is just wonderful. And he sent me a course that if I have the time, I would like to take. It's an introductory, but I'm also going to be doing film editing, advanced film editing, and I can't do. I'm only one person, so. Hi, Erkwan. Hi. Oh, look at this. Okay, what is all that will grow our invasive species? Gosh, Rick, you know what? If I sent you a link, you should get a camera on yourself and come in with me. I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to generate the link. I'm going to generate the link, and if anybody wants to come in and have this conversation with me, that would be like uber cool. So let me put the link into YouTube, if you don't mind waiting for me a second, guys, and I'll put the link into the chat that way. And Going South is still live, by the way. So if you're with me and you don't see him, please, 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 please do me a favor and watch his after because his work is really good. And he's doing something on the IPCC. Okay, I just put the link in here so you might be able to see it if anybody wants to come in on me. That's the link. Here it is. Okay. Rick, if you want to put the camera on yourself, just stand out there with the phone, you know. But let me get finished. You've got the link. It's in there. You just click it. You come in and you'll be sitting in the guest gallery. Rich, you want to be far from the maddening crowd, which I knew where that was. It's nowhere I see. There's maddening crowds everywhere. Even there's another fair I passed by on the way home today. Oh, I've been traveling. It's been insane. I hate it. I don't want to go anywhere else. And I will tell you this right now. If I have a next summer and I'm not going anywhere. If I'm here and if I have a next summer, because you know nothing's guaranteed. Nothing. I went away. And everybody knew I was with my family, and everybody came in from all over California, and there was a memorial service for an aunt, and it was a wonderful time. And I had amazing people stay. Rob and Donna stayed in the house, took care of the garden, took care of the cats. I love them so much, and it was great. But it is so hard to go away when you have a homestead. My brother came back. My brother's from Oregon. He came back with me. And then we get back here and then we go camp out at Bugs in a Jar Farm, which you all know and love. Sam, Claps Chronicles. Anyway, Humpty Dumpty Tribe. We went there. Torrential rains. The water was, again, I'm showing you, the water was up to, it was, oh, well, no, those are my beans. I can't stand when I do this and I can't see what is this a foot? Yeah, the water was insane. It was. But I was sleeping in this tiny house, so I was up. But it was raining crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hi, Max. Oh, it's so good to see all of you. You know, if I didn't do the show now, I would never get it done tonight because I have so much to do. And let me show you. I know I'm jumping around a bit from Bo's thing, but let me show you because those are the things that I have and I've been doing in between trips and in between. My brother and I went to Buffalo yesterday and I had to stay up there because he freaking makes his plane at 7:30 in the morning. So if we had left here from my house, it would have been, we would have had to leave at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and there's no way I'm not freaking driving at 4 o'clock in the morning to the airport. There's too many deer. So the pictures I was showing you, and then we'll get back to, you know, where the hell we can live and how are we going to live and what we are going to do. So this is, you know, those are my beans. And I have so many beans, and those are some cucumbers, and there's a lot more in there. Oh, I showed you that, my neighbors. So these are pints, and I made bread and butter pickles. Now this is water bath canning, so you just do it. You have your pot, your rack, you sterilize, you do it 10 minutes, mix up your water bath can. But that's acidic, so you can do that. So I made quarts and I made pints of pickles, lots of them. But what I had done last week was I pressure canned beans. You have to pressure can beans. You can't bath can them. And pressure canning's hairy, you know. You have to build the pot. You have to have a good pot. And you have to build it up to the right pressure, considering your altitude where you live. And so I'm at a 1400 altitude, so I have to use a 15 psi, and everything's different on what you water bath can. And it's all about the lids, and it's all about the seal. But these are fine. They'll probably be a little smushy, but I'm the only one eating them, so they're fine. So that's what I do besides the garden in between, and that's, I guess, what I'm doing here, and I'll probably do the rest of my life. But so nobody wants, yeah, we have to go back. All right, well, now that Rick said that, let's go back over there, and let's see some of the comments, because people This one was the concerned about the invasive species. Invasive people grow everything, and even if you're growing a hybrid tomato, you're growing something that's not indigenous to where you live. Uh, but I still think Rick has a point. And I live in a farming community, and a lot of the things that we grow, we people have been growing here forever, forever, ever. So this guy, and then somebody said, well, you live in Florida, and he does. And your homesteading plan should not involve being in a state that will be completely underwater in a few decades. And he wrote his area isn't. So maybe he's in North Florida. But your good, but your freshwater supply is going to be sketchy. So there was a good discussion. These people are, for the most part, just, he covers all topics. He's mostly a political, but this was really interesting to me because so many people were weighing in and it's probably a diverse array on this one anyway. And hello, Kate. Hello. Oh, she said, I found that learning fermentation was done one jar at a time, one crock at a time, one bottle at a time. Yep. Well, fermenting is a little bit different, and I'm going to do some fermenting too. I'm playing with everything, but I'm stocking up. I have a prepper cabinet. I mean, I am absolutely stocking up because if I don't have to, I am not going anywhere the whole winter. I'm tired, but I may have to visit my mother, but that's a whole different story. And that's what you do when you have elderly parents and you're still playing the I might fly somewhere game, which I didn't. I had to drive, and it was this last week of driving and using all of the gas, and it was annoying. It was probably the most annoying I've felt and annoyed I have felt. So let's see. Subsistence farming is a mug's game, Bo. Gardening is fun and all, but being self-sufficient is back-breaking, dawn to dusk stuff if you're doing it on your own, for your own. Much easier to do it as a whole-ass community. I think that's good. As far as community, make community. I'm doing a lot on my own, but I have community. I just don't ask many people to help, but I have community, and all of you should have community, right? Because if you really can't make it alone. And I've done so much this year by myself that I'm really kind of surprised at how much I've accomplished. Let's see, this one. Oh, this person said he didn't mean it to be. All right, let's see. Our resiliency plan is basically to live like we have for 17 years with a few upgrades along the way. Cistern, solar, passive solar home, pond for irrigation, fish swim, EVs charged from solar, horses for fun and some work, fruits, nuts, perennials, wood heat, and produce grower neighbors. Okay, that's a really sweet sentiment, isn't it? But how is that? And how is that going to happen in Inner Buffalo, where I was, or even in the Bronx, where I was? How's that going to happen, huh? That's a little bit of a pipe dream, I think. And I'm not putting down people, but people don't have access to cisterns and solar and all this stuff, passive solar home. How's that going to happen? I hate to be a naysayer, but it's a little pie in the sky. Let's see. I'm fortunate to be living in Michigan. Our Great Lakes aren't going anywhere. And in my opinion, we could stand to be a little warmer anyway. Oh, boy. Don't you think, let's see, we could stand to be a little warmer anyway. Oh, no. That's a pretty stupid statement, isn't it? That gets the toilet flush of the day. She says it's just, or James says it's just a shame that climate change will be so devastating for so much of the rest of the world. Okay, James is living in a dream. James has his head up his ass, basically, I'd say. Let's see. The Midwest is looking at increase in extreme heat and precipitation events. We were already seeing some of this in the area, and this will continue. I would definitely I would define this as devastating. I worry that people in the Midwest think they are protected from climate change. Yeah, I pretty much would worry too. I would worry too. And let's see. Oh, here's one. I'm looking at passing away before it gets super bad. Well, so are half of us. But does that mean that we just don't give a shit and leave it and say, "Well, I'm going to die. I'll be dead, so fuck you." Which is what all of the elites have done for generations. Fuck you. I'm going to be dead, so who cares? My God. I don't think like that. Of course, I have a 32-year-old. She knows that, I if that happens, she has here. She has this place. But I have no compunction at all to say that this place could be screwed with the kinds of weather we've had. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. But I'm not going to be so negative. Let's see. Okay, yeah, climate change is already affecting my health in very noticeable negative way, and I'm nowhere near the only one with that experience. That's aside from people who have died from lack of water, food, natural disasters, or being physically displaced from their homes. Yeah, can you say California fires and floods in China and fires in Greece and Turkey having floods at the same time and people starving in Bangladesh? Oh, there's just a plethora of things happening. A plethora. So let's see. Polar Princess, funny you mentioned this. We got a greenhouse going on the edge of the North Atlantic Ocean, way north, and we are growing peppers, tomatoes, etc. 20 years ago, green peas grew in the greenhouse. This year, they took off in the garden. It don't take much of a change if it's consistent. Well, I don't know what that meant because nothing's consistent. Every single year that I have gardened, and that's 6 years where I live, it has not been consistent. Nothing has been consistent. Nothing has been the same. All right, so Kendall moved to a house that has more land as well as being in a good area for solar panels. 5 of the people in our tiny community have them so far. I'm also working on raised beds for gardening, which is great. I'd say good for you. Go on. Good for you. Uh-huh. Trying to learn to grow stuff, but failing miserably. Failing miserably. Thinking about where's the next place to be down the line. Years ago, we nixed the idea of retiring to the Caribbean due to climate expectations. So let's see. Are you far enough in from the coast that you will be able to avoid selling your house to Aquaman? That's a good one. That's a good one. So, what can folks that live in places like Arizona do? Other than a mass migration, the options are slim for such a large population in cities like Phoenix. I would say, yep, bingo. Phoenix. Hot. Nope, nope, nope. This person's still gardening here in our Northern California, but water is harder and harder to come by. I am planning to move to Virginia in a couple of years. We'll see what grows there then. All right, so there's a person there. These are climate refugees, climate migrators. They're migrating out to different places. And I even see it happening here in my area. It's changed a lot. I'd say maybe I was a cityiot, but I see cityiot coming. I do. I'm not one anymore. Idiot sometimes, maybe. But what are you guys up to out there? Still nobody wants to come on with me, huh? I'm going to find that. That was way back. Here is the link. And if anybody wants to come in, where did I put it? Come in with me. And don't forget I know I'm going to do some housekeeping here, but don't forget our little fundraiser. Things are coming up. I'm starting the channel up with an official show on August 31st. I am working on guests. Remember, there's only one of me trying to do, split myself up into a lot of ways. So don't forget about supporting the channel. It's not just me. We also have Antonio and Jim and Jen, and I might do most of it, but oh yeah. Come on, Sandy, when the grid falls and a billion people immigrate here, it's going to be Mad Max. Well, what do you think? I'm not disagreeing with you. I am basically reading Bo's tweet because these are people from all over that tweet to him. And most of the people that tweet under this guy are reasonable people. So that's why I chose this one. I thought, okay, let's look at what the reasonable people are saying about this topic. That's why I chose it. I thought it would work today. I'm tired, but I really wanted to talk about these things that were on my mind since this is what I'm doing. Yeah, Scott says the super wealthy are buying up all the good farmland. Oh, we know that. I know, we've read it. They're disgusting. I don't want to get into that whole thing. So here's a person that says, I'm in Central Virginia, originally from Sacramento. Soil quality is nowhere near California's. It's heavy clay unless you're close to the coast. 4 seasons, first frost-free day is in mid-May. Hard freezes start in October. That's in Virginia. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So let's see. Robin says, mine involved trying really hard to move 2,000 miles or so north. And isn't going away, says, well, I might actually have a practical reason to pursue my lifelong dream of becoming a cabin in the woods dwelling hermit in the mountains next to a river for fishing and bushes and edible plants for foraging. Also, let me pretend that lifestyle is easy when I'm well aware it's not. It's not. And I'm not even in that lifestyle. But the lifestyle I'm in is freaking hard with a severely messed up back as I have. I suffer, but I suffer for a reason, and there is gain for my suffering. And I'm not one of those people that cannot do something. So I'll just keep doing it until I can't do it anymore. Just like so many of you. Okay. Let's see here. Northeast Pennsylvania. Grow warmer weather plants. Peach is already in production. Grow longer season plants. Don't plow, till, or weed much. Lots of rain. Garden is fantastic. Okay. Tilling, the raised beds, the whole movement. They're all over. It's all over. Okay, what happened here? It's all over YouTube. There are different gardening channels I listen to, and they talk about all these techniques, but they're not permaculture. They are still organic gardening, but they're using a lot of ways to mitigate pests, which I have tried this year. But there are gardening channels I listen to that I enjoy. Okay, I completely enjoy. Gary Pilarchik is one of them. Rick Larson is another. Many, many, many. Hey, Melanie. Melanie is starting up a bee business. Is actually good considering the fact that California and other states have contracts with beekeepers to bring their bees there to pollinate. Okay, I like the way that sounds. See, anything good, anything positive, anything you try that could have a positive effect without looking at the bigger picture of all the bullshit is a good thing. It's a great thing. Rick says, there is no good farmland left. The soil has been depleted and poisoned. Nothing will grow there without inputs. And yes, inputs will be in short supply. That's why I'm hoarding inputs. I hate to say it, but I built the raised beds. They're not raised beds with the wood. I just have a garden with raised beds and walkways, which I killed myself to get done this year. And actually it looks gorgeous, even with the pests and all. But the soil was amended. I built the compost myself. And I'm going to segue into this little guy's video. Why don't you take a listen to this guy, and we'll come back right after him.
there are a number of things that gardeners can do to help with climate change, and they might all seem like small things, but if everyone did them, that would add up to big stuff. Grow your own fruit and veg. Obviously, most people can't try to be self-sufficient, but even just a few lettuces or potatoes or tomatoes or whatever in a grow bag, it means that's food you don't have to drive to the supermarket to buy. Farming that produces food conventionally produces lots of greenhouse gases. About a third of all greenhouse gas emissions come from agriculture, essentially. So if you produce food yourself, it's 0 food miles, 0 packaging, it's healthy, it's nutritious, much better than buying it, so much as you can. So that's one thing. Make your own compost, recycle all your kitchen scraps and whatever. And whatever you do, don't buy peat-based composts. It's a fossil fuel, basically. It's ripped out of the ground. It's been laid down over tens of thousands of years. It's bits of sort of half rotted plant material in a peat bog. It's because it's wet, it stops rotting, and it just builds up and up and up in this beautiful layer of thick peat. And then you get all sorts of rare plants and animals living on top of it in this specialist habitat. And then we come along, dig the whole lot up, stick it in plastic bags, and then sprinkle it over our gardens and grow plants in it, which is really dumb. So basically, because as soon as it comes out of the bog, apart from ruining the bog, it starts to oxidize and it goes up into the air. So we should completely get rid of peat-based composts. So next time you're buying a compost, look for peat-free. There are perfectly good peat-free ones out there. Something else people can do is plant a tree. And lots of people don't have a big garden, but actually you can get pretty small trees, and I would go for a small fruit tree. So you can get an apple tree on a dwarfing rootstock that's suitable for even a tiny garden. Some of them only get to 3 or 4 feet tall. You plant a tree, as soon as it starts to grow, it's locking up carbon, it's taking carbon out of the air and turning it into wood. When it flowers, if it's a fruit tree, then it's providing food for insects in the spring from the blossom, and then it provides food for us later in the year when it fruits. So, it's kind of wins all round. So if everyone was to try and grow a tree or two in their garden and try and grow a few fruits and vegetables and not buy any of that horrible peat-based compost, then it would all start to add up.
Oh, I thought that was a sweet one. And I will tell you, I learned about peat this year. I did not realize how bad peat was after I got a slew of peat pots, those little peat pots. And they were kind of, it was not a good thing. So I am not going to do that anymore. I'm going to just use my containers and everything else that's, I could put holes in. And Rich lets nature plant his trees. It's doing a great job, which is what there's trees growing on my property too that I'm leaving, and I have a little rewilding project going. Yes, sir. I can't remember his name or which state, but I know that his structure was burnt down probably because it was so effective. Oh, there's something you're talking about this. Oh, my goodness. What did I miss? There's a lot of... Oh, this guy? There's a video of this guy I saw somewhere out in the desert that had a way of rejuvenating the soil in no time at all of the 400 years to do naturally. Well, you can do it with your compost to it. I mean, my compost is amazing. I have 2 different composts. I have one in one of those rolling things, and I have a compost I go out there and turn over with the shovel and add stuff to. The clippings and things like that. I just had... Hi, BB. Hi, I'm glad you joined. I turned my property, living in northern New Jersey, into crop-growing soil instead of grass and shrubs. So now I have all kinds of beans, corn, tomatoes, and other veggies and fruit. That is great, and we're going to give you this. Thank you for being here. Absolutely. See, that's cool. Anything is a good thing. Soil can be brought back to life. The best is people growing food they eat and be intimate with the soil around their homes. Smallholders. Well, this is what I'm learning. And I know I live on Marcellus Shale, and everything that came out of that garden my garden was rocks. Yes. Oh, okay. We got Chris, the natural progressive. She's going to come on in a minute. Cool. She's getting together. She'll join us. She can tell us what she's done in Utah. And I know she's got goats. So before she comes on, we'll just finish up with this one, which I don't know if there were... Oh, see here. Depends on where you are, and scrounging up an insulated greenhouse isn't as hard. And the $25 winter cabin build. All right, so people have videos all over on what you can do. Let's see. Not leave the Great Lakes area. The West and South are already seeing water shortages. Well, I live in the southern western tier, and I love the Great Lakes area. I'll never leave. I'll never leave where I am anyway. I say that. Oh, let's see. They want him to do a video on creating a greenhouse. I have a greenhouse. I could show you what happened. Oh, let's see. So far, new house in Michigan hasn't flooded with all the rain. So good for a step. Thankfully, we're in a still comfortably habitable zone. Maybe solar panels on the garage and a battery bank. Nice. I'd like that too. But right now I can't do any of that. Let's see. I would be totally interested in building something that has the characteristics of an earth chip, but the fact that they needed earth ship is enough to make me recoil instantly from the whole idea. Oh, so your plan is to plant weed in your greenhouse? All right, so you get the idea. People are talking solar, water system that recycles and repurposes, full garden, dream home, blah, blah, blah. And the greenhouse idea, people love it. Back in the early 70s, they were talking about global warming because of CO2 back then. And I predicted, this guy, George, he predicted we're going to go what we are going through now. And number one wanted to stand up. Number two, Exxon, and number one stands against them now. Exxon knew back then, and they were causing climate change and did nothing greed. And at that, I will end our little foray into Twitter and Beau of the Fifth Column, which actually is an interesting tweet. And as we are waiting for, she needs the link again. Okay, let me find the link again because I have to stick it in to it's where the hell is it? I guess I should really just copy and paste it next time instead of having to look for it. Okay, here it is. I'm going to add this to the broadcast, and I'm also going to copy the link. I gotta open a window for this. So hang on, guys. Chat away, and I will put this in. All right, listen, here it is. It's in again, and this time don't lose it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, I'm looking at the coloring. I never do look at what it looks like when I'm on. Probably look red. I'm all bitten up. Hopefully she has it. All right, you don't have a phone with a camera. Make seed bombs using Mashanabo Fukuoka's formulas for seed bombs. Okay, we'll have to look for that. She needs notice. Okay, Chris, are you going to come on? I added it and I put it in. I hope you can come in. I can put it again in here. I forgot that I don't have to open that extra page because I'm only on YouTube today. All right, so guys, we've been on for 39 minutes. If Chris doesn't come on, I just wanted you all to think about this stuff. Climate migration, and who oh, she's here with us. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Are you here, my guest in the green room? I don't see you.
Yeah, maybe I did my camera wrong.
All right, so guys, and I hear me talking.
Let me do this.
Come on. Okay. I wanted you all to think about this stuff. Okay, so we can't, we have to, we're probably going to have to take her off until she figures it out, but that's okay. She'll figure it out. It's okay. It's all right, Chris. We want you to be on. What's the matter? Who's calling him not funny? Who's calling you not funny? You have the greatest smile in the world when you're on your live streams. How are you, Veg? It's nice to see you here. All right, Chris is with us. All righty. Hi, Chris. Welcome to Environmental Coffee House.
She figures it out, but that's
But
okay.
you have
She'll
to turn your
figure it out.
volume down.
It's okay. It's all
Chris,
right, Chris. We want you to be on.
We can hear me.
Calling him not
So
funny.
turn your YouTube down.
Who's calling you not funny?
Oh shit!
You have the greatest smile in the world when
That's
you're
all
on
right.
your live.
That's okay. I'm a very, very patient person. It's really great to see you again. Welcome, Chris. How are you, sweetheart? And you're going to tell us all about your place and what's been going on there? Yes.
Well, I'm doing the best I can, but I've had some health issues, as you know, and you've been through yourself. So, so I ended up getting goats because I've done a lot of research on them, and I don't want to use them for meat. Let's just get that straight. It's not for meat. I've got them for milk, and man, their milk is great. You can use it for so many things, like cheese, and soaps, and I know there's more stuff I use it for, but it's amazing. You can feed your dogs the goat milk. That's actually good for them, not like cow's milk. I feed my old fart that, and it's actually helped his health a lot. It's full of tons of vitamins.
All right.
Urcoin, I can't pronounce his name, but he said something about sheep, and
I've
sheep
met him
with their milk quality too, but I don't want to deal with shearing them. So goats are the next best thing, but also they're browsers, not grazers. So they don't destroy like land. They will eat mostly weeds. They prefer weeds and branches over grass, and they don't eat one place down. So they're the most environmentally friendly livestock there is. So it was a good match for me. And also, of course, I have chickens. So when all goes to hell, hopefully I have my chickens and my goats for goat milk. And then, the breed I chose, you only have to breed them every 3 years to keep them in milk. So that's also more environmentally sustainable than cows or I don't know how sheep are with that. I never looked into it, but cows you have to breed every year to keep getting milk.
Yeah, and they don't breed easily by themselves.
Really?
I mean, no, they have to. These farmers are doing all kinds of crap with the cows. Didn't you ever watch the veterinarian out in the Midwest, Dr. Pohl?
Oh, I watched him a lot. Yeah.
He's always been, these farmers never seem to be, it's a cow, having cows as an interventionalist. They impregnate them, from the very beginning. Ugh, yuck.
And then they have to help them give birth every time.
Melanie says goats make awesome forest cleaners.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Get your forest sweeper out for Donald Trump. It's called a goat.
Shit.
They will definitely take care of that underbrush that causes fires. So they're very, very good. I mean, and they're killing all the wildlife that would normally do those duties. So, and then you have the beetles that are killing the trees and making them more dead and burnable. So we're screwed in California and here. I mean, really, we're getting all the smoke. We had the worst air in the nation, or not just the nation, the planet, twice in the last 2 weeks. And I'm sure that's why I'm really sick, because I don't go anywhere or do anything except for be here and take care of my animals. Did you just put me on the screen?
I sure as hell did.
Come on, Sandy.
Okay, you don't want to be alone. Everybody wants to see you. You don't want to be alone. Okay, so you're not alone now. I'm just warm.
I got everybody
warm. Here. It's great to see you, and everybody's happy that you're here. It's awesome.
You cut your hair. And
I cut it all off. I'm not going to. I'll probably grow it back. I did it for my mother. It's a whole long story. I saw my mother. She's 87. I remember when she bitched and moaned at me and said, anybody over 50 just shouldn't have long hair. And now that she's the matriarch of the family, I figured, and there's another reason, Chris. My STBX, you know what that means, right? Okay. So anytime I would go, even if I never had my hair cut, such a control freak, he would scream at me, "You cut your hair, you cut your hair, you cut your hair." I never fucking touched my hair. So when I went to get my hair cut, yeah, it was for my mother, but it was also to say, I got my hair cut. Ah! So sorry, guys.
I got
that's
a tattoo for the same reason.
TMI. Yeah, but my hair can grow back. And
well, no, it's a little tattoo, but
I got them all over.
My ex just did not want me to have a tattoo at all. He thought that was horrible.
And so you went and rebelled. Well, I don't have to rebel. I just cut it. But when I watched all that shit fall on the floor, I realized it was pretty unhealthy anyway. So it's hair. It's hair. Half of it's falling out from stress, and we're both wearing hats.
I had to.
I see your hat. It's cute.
It's so humid. My hair is just
Well, this
flat.
is a gift. I'm wearing the gift.
I love that. I seen it in one of your other
gift.
videos.
Thank you.
I do watch you. As long as 2 other people are on, I will watch you.
Well, I miss you. We all miss you. I'm glad you came on today. I think everybody's happy. It's a treat. So, Anthony, you're saying I don't like it when cows are forced to stay in the same place in a barn all winter, but that's needed up far north, so they don't freeze to death. But the factory farms, they're the hideous ones. And actually, as we were driving up, Chris, my brother and I from New York. And sorry, my eyes are watering a little. Also, we were seeing they're not farm trucks, but horse trailers, and you know why? It's county fair time in all these little bumfuck towns where I live. Everybody's showing their horses, and sure enough, it's the Hume County Fair. Ours was a couple of weeks ago. Our little super spreader event was a few weeks ago, and now the cases of COVID went up in our town. And what are you going to do?
They're going through the roof here. I mean, they're acting like there's no problem, but it's going through the roof. There's the anti-maskers.
Hang on a sec. Let me take myself off for 1 second, and you can talk to everybody. All right.
Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, Utahns are pretending there's no pandemic. There's like this big rebellion against wearing masks in school for the kids that don't get vaccinated. The 12 and under group of children. While the kids' cases are skyrocketing, they're up like 34%. Hi, Poppy.
Well, I'm not prepared to talk about this topic today. It's a topic, it just stresses the shit out of me. It just does. It just does because, we just were with my parents who are 80, 87 and 91, had COVID. They're okay, but now we had to protect them from getting sick. And we've all been all over the place without masks. It's just been like all over.
Yeah. I just prefer to
Katie's we got to get you one of these from Katie. She's
that's wonderful.
It is. It's just cute as hell.
Can I show you the soap?
We don't need. Well, do you have a piece of the soap? Let's see it.
This is my little storage area for my soaps. So I have several pieces. I just got boxes I ordered in to ship them to you. So
Poppy Davis moved in to her homestead. Yay! See now, Poppy, you're who we were talking about. Where do you go? Where are people going? And it was based on, and I'll just pull it up while Chris is gone. It was based on a tweet by Beau of the Fifth Column who said, what are your homestead plans for climate change? That's what we started talking about. But now Chris is with us, so we are doing a show and catching up with what Chris is doing and what she's got goats, and well, of course she's always had horses, and she lives on a farm. And you know what, Chris, it's a great thing you have help, and that's always good to have help.
I have a lot of help, thank goodness, because of my health issues. If I didn't have help, I wouldn't be able to do the gardening. I wouldn't be able to do the soap making. I wouldn't be able to do any of, I have some
16-year-old
chickens
kid
for me. That helps a lot. I mean, whatever. Okay. But
well,
anyway.
I had Warren come. He helped. And actually, Jim and Tanya are coming. McQualley, Jim, who does the climate change protest every Friday in Gettysburg. They're coming. My brother was here. He fixed my refrigerator, which was good. All it was a bent door. The whole time I had a sign on it that said, push it closed. All these years, it was broken. Wasn't a seal. My brother looked at it in 2 seconds. He knew what it was. He tightened it. It was done. 5 minutes of 5 minutes for 2 years of aggravation. So sometimes it's good to have people come and help a little bit.
Yeah, it is. Thank
Yeah.
goodness my husband's a very good mechanic.
Well,
Because,
you're
yeah,
lucky.
things don't stay unfixed long. Okay, so anyway, I think this was our first one. This is
Get
lavender.
it out in the
Um,
camera.
wait. Where's the camera? It's like it's on the wrong camera. It's on my
Oh, it looks
bad camera.
nice. It's yellow. And oh, look at the
So,
lovely soap. Oh,
so
lovely,
it's
lovely.
gosh, I
We
can't
all
keep
need
it there,
soap.
but it's goat milk soap with lavender, vetiver, and bergamot. Yeah.
And it's a good
So
thing
that
to
was.
prep up on because if you don't have enough soap, you don't want to stink during the apocalypse.
Oh yeah, people are gonna want these like luxury items. I mean, they are going to be luxury items, but
Hi.
But anyway, this is my favorite one. If I can get it on the camera, this is it's cocoa bean, named
Nice.
after the goat that the milk came out of. My lovely cocoa bean. She is a sweetheart. But anyway, this is coffee and chocolate brewing chocolate, and goat's milk. And then the color doesn't look right on the screen,
I mean, maybe
but
I could play with it. What color
it's
is it?
rosemary and sweet orange, so it's orange and green,
It's
and
orange.
it has rosemary from the garden on top. Oh, and the lavender on top of this one is also from the
I can't
garden.
seem to get it to look orange. It looks yellow.
Yeah, but it's orange. I promise it's orange. The color is kind of off on screen. That
I don't want
happens,
to make
especially
you
with
look.
my stupid camera. And then
Well, I'm fixing
I
it
don't
from
remember
here,
what
but
this. I
it's
have
not
a couple
working.
other flavors, but I just wanted to show you the basic
Very
designs and
pretty.
everything.
Yes, very nice.
So you're
You're
going to
in.
be getting some. I also need to send some to Vegematic.
Thank you for showing us that. Warren brought me up some from his farm in Florida. He also brought me up. He and James make goat milk soap, and it's also nice. I gave my mom a piece. It's really lovely. So I think that's a great thing you're doing. We all got to
Well,
wash our. We got to be clean in the end times.
yeah, I love making things out of the goat milk, and we get so much. I mean, I'm only milking one goat one time a day, and I'm getting half a gallon a day.
Yeah.
That's a lot of goat's milk. I mean, seriously, for we have 5 people here, and we can't even use it all. So, got to make things out of it. I've made cheese, of course. I'm learning. I got all the yeast to make more cheese.
Oh,
You
I'm
can
so
smell the aroma.
thrilled.
So,
Between the two of us, with me canning and pressure canning and putting up and learning how to be a prepper, and you doing soap
yeah.
and your thing, this is great
Oh no,
Christmas match
I
made
know
in
how to
heaven.
can.
Yeah.
Learning how to ferment. I just got a whole kit for fermenting with the weights to put on it
Love
and everything.
it.
So
I might invite you. I might be working on. I know I have so many projects, and oh, by the way, everybody, I will be finishing the gardening video. I got an offer I can't refuse. But anyway, other than that, a friend of mine, Kate, is a gardener, and she's extraordinaire. I mean, she is. So I may be helping her produce her own show because she's really awesome.
Nice.
So maybe we'll have you on as a guest if this ever gets off the ground, if I ever have time to do anything like that. I think that I would love to do that with her because all of this is so cool. Hey,
But the other
Poppy
thing we need
Davis
to
is with
think
us, by
about-
the way. Do you see that? Poppy's with us.
Yeah, I see. I've said hi to
Yeah.
Poppy.
She wants
I
a
wanna
goat,
go.
but she needs a fence first. Hey, honey, sweetheart,
get your
Rome wasn't
fencing
built in a day.
first. Definitely get your fencing first, and never get just one, because one will escape no matter how good your fencing is. You need to
Okay.
have at least 2. So make sure you do that.
Okay.
But what else? Oh yeah, water collection. That's what I was saying. Oh, Irony Canada allowing fully vaccinated U.S. visitors, but U.S. borders still closed to Canadians. Yeah,
So Canadians can't come in here, but everybody else runs around with nothing and not giving a shit about anything. Not around. Not that I saw much. No.
Yeah.
No. Bless you, sweetheart.
Dang,
God. Oh
I've been really sick the last few days. That's why I didn't want to come on, but I did anyway. So,
my God. Well, colds happen. It's not
yeah,
just.
bad. And man, I
Yeah.
haven't been like cold sick. I've had other issues, but not cold sick for a couple of years. So this
Hi,
is
Per.
miserable.
Oh, that's great. We got a nice group, and Max is with us. Max, Max, Max. Max, wonderful, the wonderful Max. We have a great following, Chris. Everybody misses you. We're almost an hour.
Oh, Anthony Davis. I didn't say hi to him. Raza Eco Warrior.
Roz is
Oh,
here.
I miss these people. Veg
Well, it sounds
mostly.
like you have a very full life like I do, and I pretty much was off all summer feeling extremely guilty because we didn't have any regular schedule. So hopefully we'll be going regular on the 31st with Antonio and Jim, and then coming back with our IPCC, and I'm doing videos. So I'm
That's
honing my
nice.
skills on videography, and well, it's more like editing and using my own clips and using others and mixing everything up. I don't know if you saw my last one, but I guess
Yes, I did. That
that's
was
what I want
you
to
are
do.
fabulous at editing. I can't get
I
it.
really like it.
I don't know if I don't think I don't know if I talked to you since then, but I have cognitive function issues because of I have white matter disease, so I can't think of stuff. I'm pretty sure I told you that. Like I forget words a lot. So I'm going through a little traumatic issue with
Oh my
that
god.
because oh, Chris Foster. Um
Oh, Chris
this
is
is
with
just
us.
like
This
the
is
old
great.
times.
I'm glad I came. I could not have
Good to see you.
waited till tonight to do it. I couldn't. I would have been asleep. Absolutely.
Oh,
It's great to see all of you.
I
Yeah,
can't do
Melanie
it
wants
night
to know if
either.
you have an inhaler. Do you have an inhaler? Do you use one of those medical inhalers?
No, I mean I usually don't have issues with my lungs. It's
Okay.
just I'm sick right now, and the air is bad. The air is so bad here because of all the smoke from California is funneling right down into our valleys.
Yeah,
So
and that's
it's
toxic
bad.
shit. My brother who
Yeah.
lives in Eugene is experiences he was actually happy to get here to leave Eugene for his trip and be with us for that time. He said between worrying about fires and worrying about the smoke and the heat, and it's been really hard for his
Mhm.
garden. He's got another well, and he's going to open up this well on his property because he doesn't know. He doesn't know what's
Yeah.
going on. I've learned a ton. Yeah, I have. And I'm going to continue. Only Vegematic, I don't know if I could ever learn Blender. Blender is it's a graphics program that Veg uses. I think people that have gone to school or are to graphic arts that can make the clips that I take from the subscription services I have. I don't know. It's a lot of geometry in Blender, and I'm not sure. I got to leave that up
Yeah.
to the pros. I'll just take it
Yeah.
and hey, Kim. Oh, it's okay.
I know. I was just gonna say Kim Centeno's here. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. But
I
Veg is
wrote her
great at
earlier.
editing too. Damn, he's always been good at
I
that.
wrote her. Oh
You
well, Veg is but he does. He will create the cartoon characters. He
mhm.
creates those characters in his graphics. I don't. I'm more of the I take everything from everywhere and put it together to tell a story, and he is amazing. He's amazing.
I think you're
He's
both
just
good
amazing.
in different ways.
Yeah,
So
different ways.
that's
All right.
that's awesome. Like I love him. But
So
anyway, water
guys,
collection. Everybody, if you're prepping, you need to learn water collection, especially if you're in the West. Um, you need to have gutters that drain into barrels like all around your property. Every roof has to have a gutter and capture that rainfall because you're going to need it. So that's my last tip on what I'm doing for prepping whatever
and you
for
need it more so than we do. We're torrentially rained, but I have a container. I need to hook it up. It is one of those big things with a spigot on the other side, and it's just
there is
it's
no laws
I have
against
a
that.
hundred things.
That's awesome. And composting, like you were talking about,
Yeah.
is amazing. And we compost every bit of organic material that we either compost it or we feed it to our chickens. So yeah.
I compost pretty much everything, or I feed it to the fat and happy rabbits on my property. If I have stuff that like leaves, I have the same rabbits. I like them. They're the same ones.
Aw,
They don't leave. I
rabbits
know
are
they're the
fun.
same ones. Hey, Max got a new flock of chickens. You got 8 more adults totaling about 20. That's great. Oh,
Wow, I
that's
think we have about
awesome.
40 now. We'll be
Just
good with eggs.
oh,
And
that just
we
puts
provide them to our neighbors. We have uh, all my rain barrels overflowed. Yeah, well, some of you have that issue, not us. Um, yeah, we have a trailer park a couple lots away, and so there's poor people there, and we just provide them eggs. They come and when they need eggs, they come and get them, and we're happy to share. So we're creating community, and that's another thing you've already talked about is creating community. It's very important.
It is. And I have Amish neighbors that actually I feel part of community because I like hanging around them and their kids. I enjoy them. So I just bring everybody in my community and I'm trying to insinuate myself into others. There you go. All right. Well,
You
listen,
kind of got to
guys,
do that.
we've been an hour, and for me, that's good. I'm tired. My
I'm
back
gonna
is
start
killing me.
hacking up a
I got, Chris, I hope you get over this smoke stuff. Maybe you should be wearing a mask just because of the smoke.
Well, we have air filters in here. It's just I got to go outside to take care of the animals.
Wow.
But we have air cleaners in the house. So,
Hey,
but
Sean, pea's a great fertilizer. I should leave with that one.
there you go.
I
Also,
know,
goat
right?
poop and rabbit poop are great fertilizers too, and you don't even have to compost them.
Uh,
So,
boy.
bam.
All right,
I love you
everybody. Well, listen.
too, Poppy.
Anything else, Chris, that you would like to add? I am very happy that everybody came. I'm glad I did a show. I am exhausted, but I need to go out. I have to spray plants for
Yeah.
aphids. I need to go hook up some tomatoes. I need to go harvest. I have beets that need to be that I need to do. I have a million beans to can. This is a very exciting Saturday night for me.
Oh, well,
Oh
that's
yeah.
exciting to me. When I feel
Yeah.
good enough to make a batch of soap or do canning or fermenting, I'll be great. So,
Right. Well, I am
that
going
will happen.
to
But thanks for letting
blast
me
the
on.
music. Oh, Chris,
I'll
I
start
miss you.
hacking up.
But everybody,
I miss you
we talk
too.
on the phone. We talk on the phone. So we're all
We do.
right. We're all right. All right, Chris, take
Be
care
good.
of yourself. I'm going to take you off and say goodbye to everybody. I love you, Chris. Mwah, mwah.
Love you too,
And all of
Sam.
those hugs and kisses and all those good things. And everybody else, thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Chris. I'm taking you off. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody here. Thank you, Poppy and Sean and Veg and Rich, Diana, and all of you. Don't forget to please like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And please, I'm doing the housework. I mean, I'm not begging. I'm just saying there are things that have to be done for this channel. And if I'm going to be doing them, well, I need a little help from my friends. And if I can't get you here to help me with your hands, maybe you can help us. So have a great, great night. I love you guys. I like the Saturday afternoon. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun.